Disclaimer, please do not harass or hurt any of the users shown in these screenshots. These screenshots were purely used for receipts for my points, and I hope all of you respect their privacy.
I hate this damn ass bitch Emma! Fuck me!
Well, I never expected to make a part 2. Guess this thumbnail fits even more now.
Yeah, boy.
Since my last video, Hallie released a video on her side of the story over on YouTube, and I'm glad she did. This whole situation does really need to be voiced, and I'm proud of her for finally coming out. Her and many others in this community have also spoken out their opinions about Mini. A lot of us have agreed that Mini should not have a platform anymore. The whole hashtag get Mini off of the internet, off of YouTube, off of Discord, and I think it's needed. I mean, I do agree with it. He doesn't really deserve a platform or a safe space anymore. Several tweets have even been made to delete the Discord server, as it's guarded with the whole bullshit rules stopping people from calling Mini out. But I'll get to those later. Mini, for the most part, has stayed quiet since his returning video, staying silent on social media, which, not really helpful, Mini, not really helpful.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Despite Mini confirming the statements initially made by the victims, as well as Hallie's video, some fans on Twitter have continued to defend Mini. Several tweets made by Hallie, as well as other ex-moderators and friends, have comments made by these defenders opposing them, saying that they're spreading hate or failing to move on with the situation. This, combined with the fact Mini was accepted back by a majority of the Discord and YouTube community upon his return, is honestly astounding. For example, some users such as this comment called out Hallie after the release of her video, saying that Mini has already owned up to his mistakes. This is most likely referring to Mini's apology statement before he took his break, and the user has a point, as yeah, he did own up there. However, Hallie's response also has a point, since Mini appeared to retract that initial guilt with his returning statement and the intro of his video, as covered in the last video. The lack of referral to this situation and no apology given to either Hallie, Ash, Sunny, or anyone else he's hurt knows out his initial ownership of fault.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Despite the ongoing battles in the community, a portion of the fans simply defend Mini due to a lack of information exposed to them. Some small arguments between users have been cleared up when the defender realizes the truth, such as this exchange. The fan in question initially called for the ex-mods to leave Craig alone, but when they looked further into the situation and fully began to understand, they resolved the argument. This proves that those who support him could still simply be unaware of the details for a matter of reasons. Mini himself never fully gave out details on what happened, even in his apology statement. He simply accepted fault for hurting others before disappearing, then retracted that fault, explaining his break for mental health. Some of the community could be unaware of who Hallie or Ash are, or had only seen Sunny's side of the story. Sunny, aka Sammy herself, didn't have as many receipts for the trauma she suffered, but had released the small amount she had. Granted, she didn't have anywhere near as bad as the girls had it, but she too had suffered manipulation and guilt tripping from Craig when they were together. When fans asked what happened in Twitter comments, people always seemed to tell them the details as it is, without biases, and as the truth, and I can commend that. People are finally opening their eyes to Mini's crimes, and more are agreeing that he deserves more punishment than he could ever get.
Nani?
Among these exchanges on Twitter, a few have tried to bring Brian, aka Terrorizer, into the get blank off of blank hashtag, which absolutely makes no sense. However, this does not mean that he is entirely innocent of any blame towards Hallie. She showed on Twitter that he had blocked her, which did not help the Mini fans discrediting his story before his returning statement. As well as that, people have been saying that Brian allowed for his girlfriend, Miss Vixen, to disrespect Hallie in tweets. I could not find any tweets of this, so please do not take this as canon. If anything, Brian has technically been hurt more by Mini than he's been associated to do so back, even about his dad as he passed. According to this comment, Mini had said some things to Brian about his father after he had unfortunately passed away. As much as this is absolutely disgusting, I have no proof to confirm nor deny this. Accusations like this need to have receipts to back it up, which ironically started this whole divide in the community to begin with.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So as some of you from Mini's Discord server know, there is an overruling rule in the Discord server that bans the discussion of events or outside drama from being in any of the chats. This infamous Rule 13 has shut down many members of the community from getting the truth of Mini's crimes out to others, as well as that the moderators are actively encouraged by Mini to delete these messages and punish the users, sometimes with instant bans or sometimes with a warning depending on who the moderator is. Ex-moderators have come out on Twitter regretting their support of this rule in the server and being glad to leave that association. To them, I fully congratulate them on doing so. Although I personally never liked the idea of the mods favouring pure connections to Mini as to activeness in the server, I can commend them for realising right from wrong and leaving when they could.
It's time to
So at the time I am editing this, I have seen loads of my friends, loads of OG members in the Discord server, literally fight the mods. There are moderators who have just not long been brought in, having to go against the OG members, level 20 members, new members. We're all just uprising against the rules because we're tired of Rule 13, we're tired of the suppression, and we just want to talk about the situation. The truth needs to get out, but we're having to fight the mods, and we're getting muted by the tens. We're getting banned by the numbers. Jesus freaking Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So as well as that stuff going on in the Discord server, the ex-moderators are coming out more and revealing more and more about just how bad Craig is dealing with this situation on Twitter. Cinnamon Raw has been the most prominent one recently, as he recently resigned as a mod, and as well as that, he's actually uploaded a link for a petition to get Mini off of YouTube. The link for it will be in the description, so I highly recommend you go and sign it, because we need to get Mini off the internet. You know, he doesn't deserve a platform. He doesn't deserve a safe space after what the fuck he's done. In conclusion, this whole thing is fucking stupid. Mini did something really bad, got exposed, and tried to hide. He's getting away with near traumatizing minors, manipulating his ex-girlfriend, as well as trying to get the victims to go silent about their trauma. And some people refuse to accept that Mini did anything wrong, never mind that it was their fault. But as the days go by and Mini remains silent, people get more and more suppressed in the Discord server and more comes out on Twitter, more of the community is starting to really open their eyes and, you know, actually see that what he's done can basically be criminal. Because they were minors. And at the end of the day, Craig, you fucked up. So, to end this video, fuck you, Craig.